And welcome back, guys. After that little bit of a break, we did have one game played before us. Unfortunately, we had to go take a little bit of break. I needed a break after doing 6 games in a row. It gets a little exhausting. Joining me, though, is Nezzy. Nezzy, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Doing great. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into our pick and bans right now. And immediately, we do have a couple picks already coming out, so I'm going to catch up with that. But go over the bans really quickly, if you could.
All right, so for the blue side, we have Lucian, Zach, and Fizz. And for red side, we have Zed, Amumu, and Lulu. The Zach actually has been a very rising jungler since the buff started the last few patches has finally caught up, and now he's probably one of the best junglers in the game currently.
Yeah, he's a little bit nuts to some people. I know one of our in-house casters over at Complete League is actually a one-trick as Zach in top lane. He's maining him to diamond. That's his plan. But I think he's still got a little bit to go.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's banned, it's not banned, he's going to be fine. But so far, we have Caitlyn, Olaf, and Lux on the blue side, and Zyra and Lee Sin. That's the first time I think we've seen a Zyra today.
Yeah, that would be our first Zyra if it does get locked in there, as we can see Ezreal and Fiora being hovered at the moment. And it looks like it could possibly be locked in here. Be our first Fiora if it does get locked in.
Yeah, it looks like a blind Fiora unless there's going to be an Olaf top again. It most likely will be a blind Fiora. So I usually like to counterpick with Fiora if they pick a tank first.
Yeah, that's usually an interesting one. I don't believe this was the Olaf that was played up in top lane, if I recall correctly. I believe that was a different team. Just a quick reminder, guys, best for last on the blue side. We also have Lebronze James on the red side over here. So we'll see how that one goes. As Alawi getting locked in.
Yeah, Alawi. Definitely something you don't see too often. I mean, she can be very impressive with those tentacles. Veigar
does get locked in there, so looking to maybe get some burst damage onto that Lux and really eliminate one of the squishies.
Yeah, definitely. Veigar late game can be very, very disruptive. That he can getting stacks upon stacks during mid lane, similar to kind of Gnosis. He can basically stack up. His ult, of course, does a lot of damage. It does it based on missing health. So he can definitely delete some of these squishies late game.
Yeah, it looks like the order is a little messed up here from the guys who came into the lobby. So those are not just random top lane Ezreal or anything like that, guys. Do not worry. It looks like they're going to be a top lane Fiora, a mid Veigar, Lee Sin in the jungle, Ezreal as ADC, and Zyra on support.
Yeah, that's actually real team right there. It seems like best for last is actually in order so far, so that's going to be easier to look at.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Can't complain too much. At least they're playing. That's the overall goal here for the community league, E-League in particular, trying to get you guys out here having some fun. I'm having fun. I enjoy these. Always have some cool stuff happen.
Yeah. Definitely. Right now we are in the losers bracket, so loser of this game is out of the tournament entirely. So this is definitely some high stakes.
Yeah, high stakes indeed. To give you guys a quick rundown, I need to get some confirmation on actually who took the last game. It was Tetris, actually, against Muffin Lightning, so they moved on. The winner of this one will be facing Ties immediately. It might be immediately after here, actually. You might be playing 2 games back-to-back.
Yeah, I wonder how that'll affect their fatigue and their mental state. If whichever team wins, they'll have to, they may have to play a game back to back. And when you're basically playing games back to back, whether it's a series or if it's just moving on in another best of one, you have to try and keep yourself refreshed. Make sure you keep your head in the game, because playing game one after another, especially if it's 2 different teams, is definitely a bit difficult.
Yeah, it's especially at a local tournament here, because we started almost 7 hours ago, and a lot of these guys have been here for the entire time, so they are troopers. So it's super exciting to see these guys try and keep duking it out, as we're going to take a quick look at that bracket. like we said, Tetris and Cloud9 will be playing each other as Tetris won and Cloud9 lost in that quarter. Meanwhile, the winner of this one will be going against Ties, who lost to Slapchop earlier on there. Then as we proceed, those two games will be played, and then we'll be doing semis.
Yeah, basically at this point in the loser's bracket, it's do or die. You lose, you're out. So basically they're going to be on a razor's edge trying to keep themselves in this tournament, both teams.
Yeah, it looks like we are about to get onto the Rift here. Just a couple more seconds, Joe. Look over those comps yet again. And it looks like there's a double Caitlyn graphic up there. Sorry, guys, that is not correct. Do not take that to heart. It's meant to be an Alawi. I'm not sure why that has not updated. There we go. It's like
a lot of Caitlyn, same difference.
It's like WTF, two Shens? What? Secretly, we're doing, you can pick any champion. That's the secret here. Any number of champions can be played. That's the, we've hacked the system to allow you to do this, so good on us, I believe. As we are going to go ahead, get straight on into that, so I'm excited to see how this plans out.
Yeah, definitely. Zyra, this is the first time we've seen Zyra today. Zyra is very, very oppressive in the lane. Of course, Karma, very good poke sorts herself. Can definitely take out those plants as Zyra sets them up. But if Zyra gets the plants close enough, they can definitely do a number on the bot lane of best for last.
Yeah, they can do a whole lot if they're, you know, smart enough about it, but it looks like we are going to go ahead and load up into our game here. Our last loser bracket here in this round. And then we're on to the next one, and then we'll be slowly making our way through the last of it.
Yeah, this is definitely, this tournament is just getting heated up as we're basically going to go to the rest of these games and figure out who will come out on top, or at least in a loser bracket, who will end up in third place.
Yeah, they are playing for third place here, so want to see how well this can go for them as I can hear the game sounds. We are almost into the Rift here, guys, so make sure to leave your guys' thought who you think's going to take this one. At the moment, I'm kind of favoring the comp. Like, it's such a weird comp because we haven't seen an Alawi I haven't seen an Alawi in a long time. That one's a surprise to me.
Yeah, definitely. You don't see Alawi too much. I know a few months ago she had some playing top lane before getting nerfed back down, but definitely Alawi is a very interesting pick. Can definitely do some 1v2s in top lane if she's able to get those tentacles nice and set up and be able to really lay the smackdown.
There we go as we get in onto the Rift. So best for last on the blue side. Up in the top lane, it's Neon Ace. In the jungle on that Olaf, it's Enlorand. In the mid lane, it's the Dennis the Menace. On ADC, on Caitlyn, is going to be Mapilker. And on support, Maximum Effort 97.
And on the red side, we have Lebronze James. And Lebronze.
30 seconds.
Nairo Tyler, AD carry. Zenlethal on the Veigar mid. Training Phantom on the Zyra support. Batty Wang on the Lee Sin jungle. And Nijo on the Fiora top.
So a little bit of switches here in roles too, because Batty Wang was the ADC in the last game, so these guys swapping it out.
I mean, if it didn't work earlier, I guess it can't hurt to try something new.
Yeah, Nitro Rider's going to be playing that Ezreal there, so interested to see what they can make happen. So we load up into here.
Looks like Zyra has a few plants set up to help with the leash. Probably would want to get a few range due to the distance.
So both junglers going to go ahead, start on the box side of the map here. Olaf going to get a nice leash there from the Karma and his bot lane.
So I'm wondering if, I know like obviously Zyra's passive at the spawn, it's a bit random where the plants go, but though it could have been nice if the plants laid near to the blue buff, so it could have definitely tanked for the Lee Sin, gave him a better leash.
It is a little bit random, but it has higher chances when you stand in certain positions, so usually you actually want to stand just a little bit away from where you actually want them to spawn. because usually they won't spawn directly on top of you. And up in this top lane, Neon already getting abused heavily by Nitro on that Fiora.
Yeah, Fiora, of course, is a duelist. Oh.
Going for it right now. Vital is on the top. Does pop it, but isn't enough to kill it there. But Neon now has to play quite safe. Does have that door ends and a couple pots to try and heal back up.
Yeah, I mean, they don't call Fiora the duelist for no reason. She can definitely duke it out with almost any champion in the league. I mean, obviously, her early game is as potent as, like, old Fiora, but it's definitely a nice dueling power early in the game.
So that's one thing you can't really duel, and that is that Alawi Ghost ability right there.
Yeah, her E.
Yeah, the E right there. That is one of the, in my opinion, one of the most annoying abilities in League. I absolutely hate it.
I mean, it used to be longer where the curse would last before they changed her up a bit.
Yeah, it's actually not as impressive right now as it was before, but still that damage going on to Nitro without even having to be within range of anything to do that damage. It can really apply a lot of pressure in the lane once you're actually able to get that off. And immediately jumped in on Ice. Meanwhile, in bot lane, Phantom and them trading a little bit. Neon try to get some damage off. It's just going to go ahead and clear that wave.
Also, I like the pickup from the Alawi being the Doran Shield. Definitely going to help your auto attacks a lot. So definitely getting that Doran Shield to reduce those auto attacks and definitely get a little more regen as you get hit by the Fiora is definitely helpful as in trying to survive.
And you even see that down in the bot lane as Ezreal has picked up a Doran Shield. So really looking for a sustained lane against the Caitlyn. The recent Doran Shield changes have been actually really nice. It allows you to, if you're going into a matchup where you believe you're honestly just going to be at a disadvantage, you can just keep on sustaining it back up. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Neon keeping up that pressure with Ghost of Malawi there.
I see.
Yeah, now her tentacles now spawn all over the top lane because it's going to be more and more impressive as she'll have extra help when she jumps in with her W.
Trying to get it in. Again, Neon landing yet another one there. Keeping up that damage. Fiora still at an okay amount of health. Does have that flash available. You can't flash that damage though.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't. I noticed that Neon is actually pulling the Ghost right into a tentacle that's already set up, so with the W, she's able to get a few more smacks going down, basically getting a lot more damage onto the Fiora.
Lands that Q there, only needs a couple more. Running a little low on mana, so has to be a little bit careful.
Definitely, as looks like there's a little bit of a poke exchange in the bot lane.
Yeah, trying to land those plants. Zyra, one of those insanely bursty mages. If you let her plants build up in one space and get, trapped by them, can absolutely chunk you out of lane.
Yeah, definitely. I play a lot of melee supports like Nautilus, Taric, Braum. That's usually more my wheelhouse. I of course play the meta supports as well, but definitely the tanks are more my wheelhouse, and I hate playing against Zyra because as a melee champion, you have a very hard disadvantage against those. You can't move up to the plants without getting the crappy out of you.
Franny gets a little bit poked down there, getting a little low. Has to be a bit careful. Maddie ends up just hit level 5.
Yeah, definitely trying to make that race for level 6 to see who can get, if Kate can get her ultimate. Of course, Karma already having ultimate already will just get another point in that. I mean, Zyra her ultimate is very impactful because of a definitely counter engage you can do by setting it up, knocking people up, keeping people in that giant flower zone for a while. It can definitely be very much a turner for a fight.
Yeah, but meanwhile, here comes Batty Wang from behind at the moment. Safeguards in, able to land the Q, but they're able to pick up first blood before it goes through. Batty now getting exhaust. Here comes the Olaf from the jungle and is looking to pick up a kill. Actually might trade it back. It goes on over to Nitro Rider, who is now 3-0.
Yeah, it looks like it was initially an exchange of kills, but looks like the counter and gank for off almost worked, but it wasn't enough as Betty Wang and Nitro Tyler are ones to survive that fight, and basically Ezreal 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0 on the Ezreal, picks up that tier, will likely also, I believe he has enough for, he's actually going to go Bilgewater, so not going to go more of that poke style build that you see with a Trinity Force right off the bat, going more for a fork.
Yeah, that's definitely more towards the blue build. Ezreal basically getting the fork. He could go for that Triforce. Right? Oh,
Neon trying to get the kill there, but won't be able to do it.
and unfortunately only does about like a quarter of the damage you do to the clone. You goes back to Fiora, so that will not be able to finish her off.
Yeah, the only way that can finish off a champion is actually if you have like Deathfire applied.
Yeah.
Only time it'll work.
Definitely, as it looks like they're missing things going down by the bot lane river from Lebronze, and it looks like Olaf plays some wards, clearing some wards, doing a little bit of ward work.
Boom, Clear again, rooted up there, did get that first blood up in that trade, and Nigel just taking a lot of damage here, does have a little bit of a farm advantage, but that can be, you know, contributed to by the tentacles that she's had to clear out.
Yeah, now Alawi has a fade, so those tentacles are beginning to hurt more and more as Alawi gets some more attack damage. Alawi could definitely go for a Black Cleaver Force or a Triforce even, like if she really wants to go a more of an AD route instead of a Bruiser route.
Yep, keeps up the pressure down in that top lane. Olaf maybe thinking of trying to gank Vanguard. Vanguard actually going to spot him out. Actually could possibly get something. Flux, though, isn't there to respond. Piltover Peacemaker comes on out.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's also I think the first time we've seen a Lux today as well.
Yep, first time we've seen a Lux. Actually, if Overlord from Slapshot Machino was playing mid, that's one of his go-to mid champions, but he's sticking to jungle right now, so we likely won't be seeing anything from that team running it.
Yeah, but it looks like back then that game, the Orion will work just fine as the fight breaks out top.
Yeah, and this might be a chance for Nitro who actually gets the flash out from Alawi. So able to now have a summoner advantage. Actually goes back on in, has the flash available. Neon is trying to recuperate some of it underneath tower. Is going to not survive as Alawi picks up the kill with the help of the turret.
Yeah, barely going in, getting the kill first. Ended up trading kills in the end, so it's pretty much an even trade, but it looks like Fiora does maintain the 8 CS lead as of right now.
Alawi thinking about what to build, did pick up that Stinger, decided to sell it instantly. He's going to go a more tanky route. Not going to get too over-aggressive, but right now Dennis the Menace might be in some trouble. Flashes away from the Lee Sin. Wasn't able to get the kickoff in time. Big Roo comes out onto Caitlyn, forces a flash. Maximum effort turns around immediately, exhausts the Zyra, so maybe a quick use of summoners right there. They're having a little bit of trouble at the moment, but keeping it down here. Batty Wang looking to make a dive happen. Mantra Q is just used. Here comes the ultimate from the side. They kick her directly into the ADC. They're going to pick up the kill. Batty is going to go down in the end, but Nitro doesn't care. He's okay taking another one.
Yeah, that's a 2-for-1 Ezreal, 4-0-1 currently. Right now, having a huge advantage, even though in response by the Doran Shield thinking that he wouldn't have an advantage, actually turned out quite well for him.
So good job all around. Again, Nitro Rider now 4-0-1. Starting to amass quite a big lead down there in bot. Already about 500 gold up.
Yeah, this lead has been having a huge impact on bot lane. I think that's where we've seen all the fights so far this game has been in bot. As basically having a huge, bigger impact than Olaf, who just came down there once for a counter gank and just died.
Batty Wang finishing off those wolves right there. As Neon gonna find that pink ward up in top lane, gonna go ahead and clear it.
Yeah, definitely. You have to keep that side bush clear. That's probably that and the tri-bush are two of the most.
Oh, comes out. This is a little bit there. Actually, here comes the ultimate from Veigar. Able to point and click. That's the delete button. He picks up a kill. Batty right now invading into this Olaf's jungle. Gets spotted out there. Neon has to be a little bit careful. Has that Vital directly toward the Fiora.
Yeah.
Keeps it up right now. Actually, Fiora says, let's go on in. Actually fights within the Alawi right now. Is not able to get enough damage off. Close gets the last Q, but it's going to not do enough damage. Meanwhile, it's a fight over Scuttle Crab. As Olaf gets stunned up, he's going to get taken down by the Veigar.
Yeah, unfortunately, Olaf was in the wrong place at the wrong time, trying to get that Scuttle Crab, and ended up paying for it. He didn't even get it. And it looks like Ocean Drake's being attempted right now.
Yeah, Ocean Drake likely to go over to LeBron James right now as their team looking to secure their first Drake of the game. Gonna be a nice water Drake.
Yeah, definitely. That Drake will help up with the regen for the entire team, help with a little bit of regen out of combat.
Nijo going pretty aggressive here right now, is able to pop all of them right now, but isn't enough damage to finish off Neon just yet. Pretty full health, but was able to get Neon quite low.
Yeah, Fiora looks like a small CS lead in the favor of Fiora, as she looks like she's going to be heading for that Ravenous Hydra first item.
Yeah, picks up, looking to really output a lot of damage. Maybe try and make some roams happen. Lee Sin actually does connect right there, follows through. Nitro able to provide a little bit of poke as well. Has finished his Ionia boot, so has a bit of cooldown reduction now into the kit.
Yeah, definitely. Olaf trying to make something, but unfortunately got nothing out of it. Just a little bit of pressure in the bot lane, but Ezreal still actually at a CS deficit, but those kills definitely make up more for it.
Does very well right now, Manipulator. Gonna go ahead, Piltover Peacemaker the wave right there. Keeping up in CS, at least in this matchup. Might have died 2 times, but does have a slight CS lead, and that's always a nice thing, especially when you're in a losing lane. Best thing you can do is try and farm up. Meanwhile, Olaf gonna go straight aggressive onto it. The stun actually landed onto Lux on the other edge there. So she was stunned and couldn't follow up any damage. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, that was a good stun by the Veigar, basically keeping the Lux out of the equation while he was able to solo out the Olaf, using the ultimate on Olaf as well, I believe.
Yeah, and actually big amount of damage straight onto Maximum, has to flash out. Ezreal just missing there, not able to connect on the low health target. Heal did come out though from Caitlyn to try and save Karma.
Yeah, even if that end result did connect, I believe Karma probably would have lived with a sliver of health due to the heal. Yeah, but that was still a nice trade for the bot lane of Lebronze.
And here we go, Neon going aggressive yet again. Has a Lee Sin coming along for some friendly help. He's gonna Q in, insects her back. Able to now help Nijo pick up the kill.
Nice insect from Lee Sin. Has been really impactful this game, bringing his fight to the bot lane, now bringing it up top, as they look like they're gonna pressure this tower down and maybe take it.
First tower of the game, likely to go over here to LeBron. Now they're up 5K gold.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes. This is a pretty good gold lead and a good start for LeBronze, as they look to be going for the Rift Herald now.
Yeah, Rift Herald on the table. They have the ability to easily take it. They're starting to whittle this one down. Just needs to turn that one around. TP is coming in right now. Lux is also around to try and make it stop right now. Alawi doesn't have ultimate right now, and they're still going for it. Rift Herald getting taken down to 1,400 health. It will go over to the red team. Double Root comes out right now, but the whole team, there's no Alawi ult, and that's such a big factor. They're not able to pick up any kills. And Lux gets deleted. Oh my goodness. This Veigar might be just a little bit ahead. Ezreal comes out as well. Kill goes over to Nijo.
Yeah, with that one Veigar ult, the Light of Demacia was just put out. And Olaf also going down and just picking up a few kills along with that Rift Herald. And looks like they're heading for the mid lane.
Keeping up this pressure right now. Rift Herald is summoned in the mid lane. There isn't anyone to answer this. This will likely, huge crit coming out there. Here comes the ultimate, not able to get in front of it. Zyra living with a sliver of health.
Ooh, that was a close call. Managing to barely stay alive from that. Ezreal didn't even have to use heal. I mean, that seems like a situation you might want to heal just in case, but I guess he managed to save his heal for another day.
That's just pure confidence right there, as the second tower in mid lane gets taken down, and now a 7k gold lead has just been sprung here with that Rift Herald, able to really start snowballing the game.
Yeah, I think with the addition of new Rift Herald, snowballing is definitely a bigger factor. And I think that's why we've been seeing a lot of snowballing games today, is because if somebody get that Rift Herald, they can take like maybe a 1 tower lead, make it a 2-3 tower lead, and just keep that advantage and gold lead expanding.
Caitlyn and Karma have to be a little bit careful because there's a Lee Sin right around the corner. Kicks the Caitlyn into the snare, into the knockup. That's a dead Caitlyn. Lux ult able to connect onto 2 targets. Alawi is here, misses the ultimate, not able to connect as a flash was blown. Actually, the safeguard from Lee Sin, to my correction. But overall, just not able to pick up anything in response.
Yeah, that was a beautiful kick by Lee.
Oh, Ezreal, there's... Oh, the Zyra plant picks her up.
Nice plant. Able to pick up that kill at the very last second as Karma was getting away. I guess Karma didn't have enough shielding power to keep herself alive.
And this play maybe from Olaf. Tried to smite, ended up ghosting. Finds 2 enemies in the jungle, running for his life. Can't be disabled at this point. He accepts his fate. Huge Veigar ultimate. Just taking a quick look at that. That is a 160 stack Veigar, for your information. So keeping up the stacks pretty fast.
Yeah, that Veigar is scary. And unfortunately, while Olaf can avoid CC while his ult, that's not one of them.
Yeah, unfortunately not so, and Olaf is not there. Ooh, Alawi is going to get the help of Lux there to pick up the kill on Nigel in the end. Though Veigar did pick up another assist for his trouble.
Seems like the carries of Lebronze are actually big. 5-0-2 on the Veigar, 5-0-3 on the Ezreal as they pick up a Mountain Drake.
Yeah, going to help with that siege potential coming up here. Baron on the table in 6 seconds. It'll be interesting to see what they try and do right here.
I mean, some would say it's a little early for the Baron, but they are really ahead. They have a 9k gold lead, I believe, if my math's correct.
Yeah, roughly 9k. Redemption comes out, flashes force from the Veigar stun, and now just switching their focus down to this bot lane. Only lane without a turret going down, and they're looking to change that right away. They can try and hold this. I feel like they'll get dived, though, if they commit too much here. Batty Wang able to sidestep the Manta Q, does get targeted there. Veigar able to get some nice damage down. Olaf pops the ultimate, trying to make it happen. Gets instantly deleted there. Here comes the Ezreal, picks up the kill. Luxier in a cage. He's able to flash out there. Batty connects there. Able to pick up another one. It's a 3 for none, actually.
Yeah, everybody's staying alive on the side of LeBron's James as they basically look to move. They don't have the minions currently, but I guess VR doesn't really care.
VR not caring at all as they are trying to take this tower here. Actually goes on in straight onto the AD carry. Nigel having to keep up the chase. Will pick one up onto the from the Caitlyn. It's 4-20. Hey, 420 score. Let's go, blaze it. Hey. We are not supporting that here on the cast. We make you make your own decisions. Meanwhile, in the lane of decisions, Neon taking top tower.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's going to be at least something if they get the top tower, get some gold in their pockets, shrink that lead a little bit.
Able to right now, 11,000 gold is the total that you have to overcome.
Only 21 minutes.
Only 21 minutes. A lot of game to be played or to not be played. It's mainly up to LeBron's James team right now on what they decide to do.
Yeah, definitely. As they seem to be setting, they look like they might be grouping up mid to try and push down a bit more. Looks like Vigar, Zyra, and Ezreal grouping up mid. Lee's roaming jungle. Fiora is probably going to set up that split push as they probably going to look for the 1-4.
Yeah, 1-4 is likely to come out here looking. They actually have a lot of members toward this Baron pit if they really wanted to think about taking it. Very far ahead in the game. Wouldn't be too much of an issue as 3 members of Best for Last down in that bot side. As the next onto the Caitlyn is able to sidestep. Big ultimate comes on down, able to pick that one. Redemption is popped. Unfortunately, Olaf, you're in the middle of everybody. He gets taken down. It's a double kill and a kill going over to the Veigar.
Yeah, that Veigar is just going to get worse and worse as the game goes on. I mean, Veigar is a very late game focused mage and could definitely cause a lot of havoc if this goes late game, which I'm not exactly sure if he'll make it.
No, I doubt it will at this point, as Baron going down quite fast here. Have that Mountain Drake, have the very fit carries in the lanes, and it's going to be an easy 23-minute Baron. Now looking to close out the game.
Yeah, they have that Baron, so they're just going to probably make their way down the lanes. Probably mid and top. Fiora will probably go off and split, but yeah, actually blue buff going to Zyra.
Yeah, Zyra going to pick that one up. They reset, buy our last items, they say, and look to push it down the mid lane. Or possibly top or bot. Waves are forming there. Pings for help coming in that mid lane. You can just see the amount of wards coming out in that top side jungle.
Yeah, it looks like Lebronze James does have that top side jungle dominated. Have 1, 2, 3, 4 wards and a Zyra plant to the 1 ward for Best for Last.
Which just times out there. Minute 30 on the Drake. Would be a Cloud Drake coming out.
Yeah, I mean, definitely more Drakes the better for the side of LeBron James. They already have all the Drakes in this game too, and obviously every Drake picked up could be for a potential Elder later in the game.
Could potentially be Veigar able to put down the cage. Huge amount of damage going down though, as TP is coming in, but not a whole lot's going to change. Fiora pushing in that top side on the mid lane with the Baron minions. Can easily just shred this all she wants. And then turn straight onto Dion if she wanted. Caitlyn gets stunned. She gets deleted. It's just a massacre in the bot side. As Lee Sin kicks him into the rest of his team. Gets snared underneath his turret. The team, though, finishes it off. Able to save that one. Still has a GA available.
Yeah, definitely. I think we saw Lee Sin earlier pick up GA as well when they were ahead. Definitely, Lee Sin can definitely build into that bruiser sort of style. Definitely, as they do, Guardian Angel does appeal to bruisers like Fiora, Lee Sin, if you want to build, if it either is ahead.
And they are looking to finish this one off. Lebronze get the knock up, double kill for the support, and that's going to be the Nexus going down there as they take this one and advance on to take on the next group of competitors, which I believe they will be taking on ties from the earlier rounds.
Yeah, definitely. The next round in the loser bracket will be Bronze James versus ties.
And just overall there, just the amount of snowball potential you have with Rift Herald, that was just an insane amount of gold that got swung over into their favor, around 3,000 in about a minute there. Able to pick that one up and just able to keep the snowball rolling again in that mid lane. Veigar going 8-0-7, and Ezreal got 3 kills early on. It was just a lost bot lane. You couldn't really do much about it.
Yeah, and I have to give it to the Batty Wang Lee Sin going in, causing those plays early in the game for the Ezreal to pick up some kills, as well as doing a little bit of Fiora later in the laning phase to hopefully snowball, to get those lanes snowballing and get them all ready to go to take the game for their team.
And with that one, we're going to go ahead, take another quick break, but when we get back, I believe we're going to have another quick switching of the teams. As I look over really quick, it's either going to be LeBronze James versus ties or Cloud9 versus Tetris. We'll see who comes up on stage quite shortly. Stick around, guys.